Welcome to South Florida, the eye of the storm, home to the Florida Storm taking on the Louisiana Revolution here in Week 7 of the Simulation Football League. I want to welcome you into the broadcast booth, everybody. Eric Vincent alongside Rochelle Colston, Ron Haynes, Joshua Durr in the stats truck, Commissioner, Executive Producer Extraordinaire Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ. And Ray, we've got an interesting matchup here between these two teams. Florida obviously coming in undefeated, 5-0. Louisiana sitting at 2-2. But Florida runs a very interesting offense.
Yes, Eric, they sure do. Believe it or not, their number one rusher is their fullback, Chris Comisac. Their number one receiver is actually their halfback, Gillespie. They do things a little bit different, but Ryan Cochran's been very effective this season. He's 92 of 133 with a QBR of 96.5, which is number one in the league.
So we'll see how that all pans out here against these visiting Revs from Louisiana. As I mentioned, sitting at 2-2, had a bye week last week, played an impressive game in a win over Vancouver a couple weeks ago. So looking to get back above 500. And those Revs will receive the opening kickoff here in the eye, and we are ready to go here from South Florida. Fielded from about the 5-yard line, right up the middle they go, and to about the 30-yard line. Tommy Utah, the quarterback for the Revs, coming in at 53.7% completion, 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And after the Adam Banks return, 1st and 10 from the 30. Utah will throw to start things off, and it's a bomb down the middle near midfield. Catch is made by John Michael Sudduth, the tight end, and it's a fresh set of downs right away for Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm surprised Louisiana comes out passing. I mean, they have 2 very effective halfbacks in the backfield, DeJuan Salmons and Chris Jan Jr. They also have 2 fullbacks, so you expect them to have a heavy running game.
Sam is the leading rusher out of that quad there at 312 yards on the ground. After the big play, back to the ground, and a good run there of 5. And that's Chris Grant Jr., the second running back in this tandem.
Yeah, but these running backs average about 3.3 to 3.9 yards per carry, so they are very effective. I expect to see a lot of them tonight in the game.
Coming out an eye after the 5-yard gain. 2nd down. On the ground again. This time goes to Salmons. And he gets maybe a couple out of the deal. Brings up 3rd and short here.
Yeah, 3rd and 3. Your playbook's wide open. Let's see if they stick to this ground game. Looks like Utah's going to pass here.
Split back look. Couple wide receivers down towards the bottom of the formation. Playbook is open. Florida looks like they want to send the blitz. And they're going to send it. Utah, pressure from his backside. He goes down. 4th down coming up. And a big play by the Florida's defense.
Good call there, Eric. I mean, number 58, Juan, Mississippi, just came basically untouched and straight to the quarterback from the backside. Never even saw him. Great defensive play there.
Mississippi, 6 seasons in the league. His 2nd here with the Florida Storm. And after a promising drive from the Revs, they will punt it away. Trying to play field position ball, and that punt is a little bit too strong. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. So the Storm will set up shop at the 20-yard line. Ron Cochran, the Hall of Famer, at the helm. All 15 seasons in the league with the Storm.
Pretty impressive. I mean, you can change teams every season in the SFL. Stay on one team for that long is pretty impressive.
Especially when you start getting into the teens, you know, you look at that big number and, oh, wow, it's all with one team. That's impressive. We shift the wide receiver Tarantino in motion, 3 wide in the formation. Handoff goes to Bullet Boletsky, who is the main running back in this tandem. He will lose 1 on the play. We'll get a look at the Storm offense quickly. Ron Cochran at quarterback, Bullet Boletsky, the running back, Chris Comisac at fullback, Stephen Bush, Caleb Giffis, Art Vandelay, and Bobby Tarantino are the wide receivers. Ron Haynes, Nate LeMay are the tight ends. Randy Fatt III, Joseph Wade, and Greg McDonaldson along the front five there for the Storm. As Cochran will roll out, he will fire, and that's a big completion for the Storm. That'll move the sticks. Catch made by Ron Haynes.
Pretty much wide open. Gotta keep an eye on him. He's a very effective tight end. He's a big target out there.
Big target, 6'5", 255. 5 seasons in the league, all here with the Storm, and that's a great piece of this Florida Storm team, is that they retain a lot of their talent here. Not a whole lot of guys in and out and all about. So this core has remained constant here through the Storm's success. As Boletsky going to get the check down there, but a good open field tackle by number 41, Gary Clem, and that's going to bring up 2nd and long.
Yeah, keep an eye on Bullet. He'll get lots of those little short passes from Ron. He likes them. Like I'll say, he's the #1 receiver on the team. That's something they'll do all night long.
Cochran to throw again. One-handed grab near midfield. Impressive grab by Stephen Bush. And that's going to be our Retroid Nice Hands catch of the game. Brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23.
Wow, you called that early, Eric. We can have a lot more of those. It's nice over with. But was a great catch.
Look, I know it when I see it, and that's worthy of the ad read. Right about midfield, fresh set of downs for the Storm. Handoff back to Boletsky. Nothing doing so far. Louisiana doing a great job in the run game on defense. We're going to look at that defense here quickly. Brian Craven, Gary Burney, Chance Wall along the front three. Tommy Wellbrock Bussey, Chuck Diesel, and Gary Clem, along with Blake B. Craze and Slim Shady, the linebackers. Get a look at the corners here in just a bit as Cochran throws in the coverage and incomplete. Wellbrock Bussey was the one who tipped the ball 3rd and long.
That's a pretty dangerous pass, thrown like that over the middle. Lucky that wasn't an interception. Going the other way.
Evan Arthur, Rolliman Hood, Nathan Blake, Dante Grimm, and Tank Bennett are rounding out the secondary here for the Revs as they defend this 3rd and 11. Cochran shuffles, trying to find anybody. Over the middle, catch is made. Vandelay with the 1st down and more. Inside the 40, near the 35.
That time they came out in that bunch formation, 3 receivers on one side. All the defenders went with the 3 receivers. Vandelay just ran around across the field and found himself open in the middle of the defender.
Why Cochran is so effective and why his completion percentage is the way it is, completing almost 70% of his passes. He is very, very patient in the pocket. As Cochran will throw again, threads the needle on that one. What a play as Bush makes the grab.
I'm not even sure how Bush even came up with that. I mean, the 3 defenders were right there. Cochran just threw a dime to him. Wow.
That was a great throw right there. Sometimes you got to put a little extra mustard on that and thread it between the 2 defenders. But, man, that impressive ball, impressive catch, and that'll extend the drive again. Handoff on the ground. And a gain of 6. As it looks like that's Vandelay who got the carry coming out of the backfield, 2nd and 4.
Yep, you'll see Florida throw in Vandelay, throw in some other receivers in that backfield, and we know what Vandelay can do on the ground.
Boletsky now avoids the 1st defender and the 2nd, almost gets to that 1st down marker. It's going to be a 3rd and short coming up.
Yeah, I mean, Louisiana's doing a great job stopping Florida's run game at this point. They've only had 5 runs so far and only 2 for positive yardage.
See if Louisiana can keep that up against a tough tandem at running back. As, man, Comisac, I thought he was going to get it. Looks like they're going to give it to him on forward progress, I should say. And Louisiana not happy about that. They're going to go ahead and challenge that call. And let's take a retroactive look at the play. Brought to you by Retroid. Get your console to play SFL on the go at GoRetroid.com.
At live, I do not think he got it live. Let's see what the replay shows.
I felt the same way, especially after that vicious tackle there. Tried to throw the hurdle.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's tough to call. Diesel with a great tackle there, regardless. But yeah, that's probably our best look, Rochelle, and I don't know if it's enough to overturn it.
Yep.
All right, so they are going to change the spot of the ball. We'll see how that affects the down and distance here. Louisiana not charged a timeout regardless. And it is going to be 4th and inches now, so a good challenge by the Louisiana coaching staff.
Even Sneeds are in the field to be a field goal attempt.
And 20 All-Star, 29-yard attempt. And that is going to bend through the uprights for our first points of the game. Florida with a nice 12-play, 67-yard drive, capped off by that 29-yard field goal.
And Florida's just doing Florida things. They're being very methodical. They march the ball down the field, not too flash, no huge plays. They just take their time and we count our quarterback Ryan Cochran to lead them.
Took a lot of time off the clock. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the opening frame. Both teams with an opportunity to possess the football, and the Revs getting their second shot here. And that return goes out to the 27-yard line. We'll get a look at the Revs on offense. Tommy Utah at quarterback, Dwayne Salmons, Chris Grant Jr. are the running backs, Cameron Collier and Noah Scott are the fullbacks, Ziggy Gronick, Adam Banks, Kingston Ellington, and Mike Twinscrew are the receivers. Levy Lease, John Michael Sudeth, and Tyler Gregory are the tight ends. Sergei Katzloff, Cole Katz, Odette Boudreau, Ross Napoli, and Ray Lafayette are along the front 5 as we get a carry there from Salmons, and that's going to be good for 6 yards.
I like that play. Great pickup on first down, getting 6 yards. Let's see if they establish a run game here.
Offset eye, handoff. Trying to go off tackle, bounced it back inside, and that was Grant with the carry, and that's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Revs.
Yeah, this is definitely Louisiana football. This is how they play. If Florida can stop this run game and force them to be one-dimensional, Florida secondary should be able to control their passing game.
Flipbacks this time. Salmons goes absolutely nowhere. The holes were plugged right away by that Florida defense. Tobin with a good tackle.
A good job by the linebackers just stepping up and clogging all the holes. He did get 1 yard. I didn't think he got any, but they gave him 1 yard on the carry.
Back to the single back look. 7 in the box here for the Storm as Utah's going to throw. Finds a man, and that's first down yardage near midfield. Ronick with the catch.
Yeah, good job by Louisiana. I mean, good job by Utah. I mean, that was a perfect pass. A little bit of coverage there, but right there, like a dot.
A little bit there because it looked like Mississippi was in a good position for the football as well, but nonetheless, first down catch, and they move the sticks. Three wide, single back. Handoff goes to Salmons, and that's going to be a gain of 6. We get a look at the Florida defense here. Deontay Stoneville, Alessandro Tomayello, Pete Mitchell, and Dallas Knowles along the front 4. Brian Tobin, Jesus Smith, Juan Mississippi, the linebackers. Ryan Davidson, Evan Carroll, and Adam Jones, the corners. Daniel Wright, Andrew Francis, and J.J. Bailey are the safeties. Handoff goes to Chris Grant Jr., and he'll get maybe a yard on that one as Jesus Smith makes a stop.
A good job by the Florida defense recognizing the run play.
Both these teams doing a good job early on, recognizing the run and putting a stop to it. Storm faithful on their feet here for this 3rd and 3. Utah's going to throw. Blitz coming. He shuffles. He fires. Into coverage, and the catch is made. Past the 30-yard line for a first down. It's Ronick again.
Yeah, Ziggy, big team in the league is a tight end. He's converted to a wide receiver. It's kind of a big target, too, for a receiver.
6'6", 240. That's definitely more of a tight end body, but got the speed and the shiftiness of a receiver. As you see him line up wide there towards the bottom of the formation. 7 in the box again for the Storm. Offset eye for the Revs on offense. Utah, short drop. Retreats, fires towards the far sideline. Catch is made. And maybe a yard on that one from Collier.
I think Utah just let him just a little bit too close to the sideline. And had no place to go, really. And the momentum kind of just carried him out of bounds.
Second and 9 as we wind down towards the end of the opening frame. As Salmons is able to get maybe a yard. Once again, good run support there from the Florida Storm defense.
Right, the key is for Florida is to stop the run game of Louisiana and make them become one-dimensional. And so far, you're forcing Utah to throw here.
Another third down. Blitz coming again. Utah gonna fire. This time incomplete. He was looking for twin screw over the middle. It was one-on-one coverage. Couldn't quite make the grab.
Yeah, Evan Carroll just happened to make the perfect hit, the perfect time, knock the ball out of the receiver's hands. The secondary of Florida is tough.
Will force a 45-yard field goal attempt by Otis Boudreau. Special teams player of the season back in season 17, and he is going to miss it to the left. No good.
Wow.
Just
really
barely.
surprised at that. I mean, he has missed one previous this season already. His long's been 49. So now he's 4 of 6.
Bit of a fortuitous moment for the Storm off of that missed field goal. Decent field position at the 35. Handoff will go to Boletsky, trying to find some room. Hurdles a defender and gets maybe a couple out of the deal. And that's going to bring us to the end of one here in South Florida. Tough contest so far as the Storm hold a 3-0 lead over the Revs. You're watching the SFL live on YouTube. Eric Vincent here, Rochelle Colston there, Ron Haynes and Joshua Durr down there in the stats truck for us. And Commissioner, Executive Producer Extraordinaire Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ. Just itching to give us some game breaks going on with the other matchup going on tonight. Is Boletsky going to get another carry? He's got some room. And I was just waiting for him to turn on the afterburners on that one, Ray, and it just didn't look like he did it.
I'm surprised how much they're using Boletsky as an actual halfback tonight, not using him as a receiver more. And we still haven't seen very much of Chris Tomasak either.
Brings up a 3rd and short. Louisiana definitely expecting the run. They've got 8 in the box. Handoff goes to Tomasak. Off to the right-hand side he goes, and he's going to get first down yardage. Move the sticks for the Storm.
Yep, and Tomasak's a very powerful runner up the middle. He just has his way. He just busts through the line. He's hard to bring down once he gets going.
6'4", 240 is where they list him at in the program. Certainly looks a lot bigger than that. Louisiana sending the blitz here on first down. Cochran, good pocket, throws and incomplete. Looks like he was looking for Haynes, but he was double covered, incomplete.
Yeah, great job by Florida's O-line. They gave Ryan Cochran all day to throw the ball. He's barely been sacked this season, so their O-line plays really, really well for Ryan.
Blitz coming again. Cochran throws low and incomplete, looking for Vandelay. But good coverage out there by Evan Arthur. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long.
This has become quite a defensive battle here. I mean, look at the over for this game. 37.5. I don't think I've seen one that low this season, really.
That's a good point. Defensive struggle so far from both of these teams. Both playing particularly well in the run defense. As Louisiana sends the blitz, Cochran gets rid of it quickly, and it's incomplete. It was one of those gotta-have type of throws. only place that Cochran could have thrown it, and it hits the turf.
It definitely, I think Ron definitely felt the pressure, was a little rushed, probably threw the ball way before he wanted to. I mean, Bobby Tarantino was open.
Storm unable to take advantage of the missed field goal the drive before for Louisiana, as Marcus Agrippa going to try and pin him back deep, and man, oh man, is he good at that. Inside the 5-yard line. Looks like they might mark it at maybe the 4.5.
Yeah, Marcus Agrippa is a veteran punter in this league. He's very good. Florida's definitely got a really good special teams unit out there between Sneed and Agrippa.
8-time All-Star last time in season 21, a couple seasons ago. Handoff goes to Salmons, who gets maybe a couple out of the deal, brings up second down.
Right now, if you're Louisiana, you can't make any mistakes here. You have to play it safe and run the ball. I don't see you passing. Florida secondary is just too good.
And not in this situation either. Backed up in the shadow of your own end zone. Certainly not the place you want to sling the rock. As toss play goes to Chris Grant Jr., and he gets met right near the line of scrimmage, so a 3rd and long-ish.
Look for, I'm just running like a receiver on a very short route, get the 7 yards. I wouldn't throw it on the field too much here. I'd just be very careful with the ball.
Going 5 wide, trips towards the top of the formation. Blitz is coming. Utah's got to get rid of it. He throws a pick. Going back the other way, and an easy pick 6 for Carroll into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Hate to say I kind of called that, but I feel bad. But I mean, Florida secondary is just awesome when it comes to. Look at that, just right out of the air.
Their secondary just flies around. Like, it's poetry in motion, the way that their secondary is just able to run a zone concept on the back end, and they all know exactly where they need to be. And it will even play multiple zones, and I think that's what happened there with Evan Carroll's pick 6. So great job there by the secondary as Florida adds the extra point, makes it a 10-0 game.
When you have a really good offense and your defense can score points too, that's tough.
We knew it was going to be tough sledding for Louisiana coming in here for obvious reasons. Florida isn't undefeated for nothing. But man, oh man, when secondary is going to play like that, it's going to be tough when their run defense is playing as well as they have so far. Louisiana offense back out on the field, up at the 20-yard line after the touchback. Pitch play goes to Salmons. Good blocking out there towards the backside, and he's loose. Watch out. One man to beat, and he gets out to about maybe the 45-yard line or so, and a huge run there by Salmons, and that's exactly what you need if you're Louisiana.
Great pursuit by number 99, defensive tackle Dallas Knowles. I mean, running him down from across the field.
I didn't think he was going to catch up to him. I'm watching it develop in real time, and I'm thinking, man, defensive tackle, no shot, right?
I thought the same thing. That big old man charging down the field. I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah, great play by Dallas Knowles to save the touchdown. Sets Louisiana up at midfield. Grant Jr. going to get a crack at it this time, and not as successful as Daniel Wright came up from his free safety spot to make the tackle. Second and 9, offset eye for the Revs. Utah will throw over the middle, incomplete. Big hit on the backside by Wright once again, and that jars the football loose.
Yeah, we're just finding Daniel Wright all over the field. I mean, coming up, making tackles on the run plays, making great plays in secondary. Like I said, Florida's defense is tough out there.
One big run of about 30 yards to get him out to midfield. Otherwise, it's been bupkis for Louisiana on this drive. 3rd and 9 now, 4 wide, single back. Roll out for Utah. In trouble. Hit as he's thrown, and the catch is made! Unbelievable by Mike Twinscrew to go down and grab that off his shoelaces.
All I saw was a duck. I mean,
Quack.
It was basically hit when he threw it. Duck, it was a quack play, and somehow Twinscrew makes an unbelievable catch off the ground.
What a play. I feel bad for using that ad read now. 6.5 to go here in the opening half. Just outside the 35, Utah will throw on first down. He fires deep, incomplete, double coverage on the backside as he was looking for Banks. Brings up second down.
Just a little bit too much muscle on that throw. Just a little bit overthrown. I'd rather see that than another interception.
Roenick goes in motion. Both wide receivers towards the bottom of the formation now. So Utah will throw again. Pressure coming and incomplete. He had to get rid of that quickly, and I don't know if that was the throw he wanted to make.
Yeah, definitely. Florida's definitely putting pressure on Utah, making him feel really uncomfortable in the pocket, making him make these quick throws that he's not really ready to make.
And that was something else coming into the game. Utah hasn't been sacked a whole lot either, but certainly not quite at the caliber of quarterback as Hall of Famer Ron Cochran. See if they could force some bad decisions by Utah as he throws again. This one just a little bit too far, and that's going to bring up fourth down and maybe a field goal attempt. It'd be a long one though.
On here.
Instead, it'll be a punt. Salmon's only one carry for 30 yards on that last drive. Otherwise, didn't touch the football as it's fair catch. Fair catch is called for and made at the 14-yard line. Injured linebacker out on the field for the Revs as the medical staff goes and takes a look at him. And now Florida will play backed up against the shadow of their own end zone. 14-yard line. Good punt there by the Revs. That was Vita Lee with the punting duties.
Yeah, both these teams have contracted punters, so both have very good special teams.
We're seeing that early on for sure. As Boletsky going to get a carry, and Diesel buries them in the backfield. Second and long coming up.
And I mean, so far Louisiana's contained Florida's run game pretty much too. Look at the rushing yards, 60 for Louisiana and only 19 for Florida.
Nice job so far, for sure, by this run defense of Louisiana. Blitz going to be coming on this one. Cochran throws, catch is made. Vandalay somehow able to make that grab between two defenders.
I mean, Ryan Cochran definitely trusts his receivers. I mean, he just throws a bullet to him in between two defenders. I mean, the defenders were actually in front of him that time.
Got a step on Dante Grimm initially in coverage, and Tank Bennett was coming over to lay a hit on Vandalay. Good catch. First down now from the 36. Boletsky again can't get out of the backfield. Diesel right back in the same spot.
Yeah, Diesel's definitely got a is going for Boletsky every time he gets the ball. He just seems to find him.
This is a good linebacking core for Louisiana as well. It's really no surprise that they're playing this run game tough for Florida. Cochran going to check it down. Boletsky trying to get anything and not going to do it. It's maybe a half a yard, and it's going to bring up third and long.
I thought they had him in the backfield that time. I mean, about a little bit behind him, he had to turn around. He's lucky to get that yard at all. Like it wasn't a loss.
Three down lineman for Louisiana. They are going to send a blitz, though. Cochran throws, catch made near the 40-yard line. This time it's Caleb Giffis, his first catch on the evening, and it's another fresh set of downs for the Storm.
Like I said before, Florida doesn't really have an offensive star. Cochran does a good job of using all his offensive weapons. He's very accurate, so you really can't like guard one person, and you have to like guard the whole entire offense.
It's when you're as cool and collected under pressure that Cochran is. I mean, Louisiana has not been bashful about sending the blitz here this evening, and he has just thrown great passes regardless of who's coming. As Comisac will get a carry there for no gain.
I mean, Louisiana pretty much had everybody in the box. They were looking to run, and they did a great job of covering it.
Second down from just north of the 40-yard line. Cochran going to roll out. Don't know how he managed to even get the throw off, but Haynes not able to reel in the catch. Another third down.
I think he rolled out and saw number 41 just standing there right in front of him.
So yeah, Gary Clem was in prime position there. Got a little bit of a chip. Knocked him off balance. Couldn't quite get Cochran down before he got the ball off. So now third down, 4 wide, single back. Blitz coming again. It's picked up. Cochran fires. Tipped in. Incomplete. Couldn't quite reel that one in. That was Giffis. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And Giffis actually had the catch, and Evan Arthur just laid a huge hit on him. Like I said, between maybe Arthur, I think he has Slim Shady back there too. I mean, really good job.
Grippa gets another crack at pinning him back deep. Fair catch going to be called for at about the 14-yard line with 3:14 to go here in the first half. The SFL convention is headed to Baltimore for the 2025 convention, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th through the 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor, and revel in the league's first convention on the East Coast. You can reserve your room now at the special group rate at simfl.net. As Salmons will get a carry, had a 30-yard run on the last drive. He loses 2 on that opening carry.
And Lyon, Mississippi coming up huge there. You know, Eric, I mean, the convention's announced so early this year, you can't even book flights for it yet.
I know, it's wild, right?
I want to say, oh, we can't even get a flight for this next year yet.
Great job by the league office to get it announced way early in advance so that everybody can go ahead and plan accordingly, and hopefully we'll see a ton of people out there as Utah gets buried in the backfield. Second sack of the evening, and this time it was Ryan Tobin getting in there.
So the rush is finally paying off for Florida. They got in the backfield 2 times in a row here.
My apologies, that was actually Deontay Stoneville from the defensive end spot getting in there virtually untouched, bringing up a 3rd and long for the Revs. Dangerous situation, threw a pick 6 in this similar spot. Utah, plenty of time. He's going to throw, and incomplete. Threw it into double coverage looking for twin screw, and it's going to be a dangerous punt here for the Revs now.
And once again, Evan Carroll was right there, had the pass deflection. Almost had a second, almost had another pick.
So now Vita Lee, her heels almost at the back of the end zone here, going to be a tough punt. And she gets it away quickly, very high punt. And a fair catch is going to be made near the 45-yard line. That's going to be where they mark it.
I mean, we're almost the second quarter is almost over, Eric. I mean, actually, we've only had 3 points scored by offenses here. This is definitely a defensive game.
We said coming into this, before the broadcast started, it was going to be an interesting game. We weren't 100% sure what to do, what to make of this game, heads or tails, and sure enough, it's been a back-and-forth contest the entire way as Cochran throws a high one to Haynes, and that's going to be a first down as we come out of the other side of the 2-minute warning. 10-0 the score, only offensive touchdown off of a pick 6. Actually, that's a defensive touchdown. And you're watching the SFL on YouTube. Get a look at Cochran's numbers, 9 of 15, 123 yards. Retreats, sets his feet, fires short, incomplete. Second down coming up.
Not sure what Ron saw there. He kept going back and back and back, and I guess he was trying to buy a little bit of time, and just couldn't find anybody open.
Teams all 3 timeouts to work with here. Offset eye. Handoff goes to Beletsky, trying to bounce it to the outside and nothing doing. Once again, those linebackers for the Revs are doing a great job forcing Beletsky to bounce it to the outside and making that one-on-one stop.
That was outside linebacker Slim Shady, who's also been in this league forever.
12 seasons, 4 here in Louisiana. Blitz coming again. It's picked up. Cochran, one-handed grab again by Bush. And that's going to be another first down and another big-time hands play by Stephen Bush.
Yep, I mean he got the retroactive, you know. He's doing it one more time with that one-handed catch. He's just going off out there for us.
Louisiana sending the blitz seemingly every third down, leaving their DBs out on an island. It's just not working so far for them. And that one should have been caught. Vandelay knows it too.
Vandelay's very upset with himself. I mean, he was pretty much open. Just couldn't come up with the catch.
1:07 to go here. In the SFL red zone, just north of the 15-yard line. Bush is going to go in motion towards the far sideline. Play action. Cochran throws it quickly and almost got picked off there. Almost had a sixth sense, like he had eyes in the back of his head to get rid of that ball, Ray.
I mean, lucky that was a very awkward pass. I think he got hit or was it deflected at the line. I'm not sure. It was a very awkward pass.
Brock Bussey almost got his hands on it. Would have been a huge play for the Revs to get that turnover. 3rd and 10 now. Looks like they're going to send that blitz again. Here it comes. Cochran fires quickly. Ball is in the air and incomplete. Finally hits the turf. Bush had an opportunity at it, but there were about 5 or 6 white jerseys over there.
I think I can barely see Bush in between all the white. That was definitely well defended.
Yeah, Cochran gets away with one there for sure. Now Snead will set up right down Broadway for a 31-yard attempt. Nailed his first one earlier in the game and does the same with this one to extend the lead to 13. 56 seconds to go now. 8 plays, 30 yards. Catch off with that field goal. And Louisiana with an opportunity to put some points on the board. They did get the opening kickoff. Florida will receive the second half kickoff, something to bear in mind.
I mean, good job by Louisiana defense keeping Florida at the zone. I mean, they forced them to two field goals in the first half. That meaning that pick 6 is the difference right now.
Another deep kick by Snead. This one out of the back of the end zone, so out to the 20-yard line. And yeah, that pick 6, definitely the difference in the game thus far. Otherwise, Utah's, I would argue, has played a pretty clean game. One bad pass, really, but otherwise, pretty clean. 5 of 12 for 56 yards. Not going to jump off the stat sheet at all. Salmon's going to get the carry, and he'll get maybe a yard. No one in any hurry to burn any timeouts.
Be here just going to the locker room?
They're quick out of the huddle. So they had a couple plays in on the field. Utah's going to throw into coverage, incomplete, looking for Kronik. It looks like Davidson was in prime position out there.
Yeah, keep an eye on Davidson, keep an eye on Carroll, keep an eye on Juan Mississippi. And Andrew Francis is back in the safety position. I mean, their secondary is lights out.
9 now, 33 seconds. Utah Good clean pocket. He'll throw, and he throws another pick. This time Davidson does get it. And Florida's going to have great starting field position with 25 seconds to go, deep in enemy territory. Another opportunity to get points on the board.
Worst case scenario just happened for Louisiana. I mean, great job by the defender, just watching the quarterback the whole entire way, basically.
And I don't think that Utah really had any business throwing that football. I mean, there was just a sea of humanity out in the middle of the field. Davidson made him pay for it.
Ooh, he's 1 for 10, Utah, in those last 10 throws.
Just as I was saying, he was playing a clean game. Cochran with the blitz coming, gets rid of it quickly. First down to Vandalay, timeout call.
And if you're Louisiana, you have to stop Florida from getting to the end zone.
Said I, and 2 wide receivers in the formation. Cochran will throw, checks it down quickly to Comisac. Good open field tackle there. And that's going to be another timeout burned by Florida. Quinn Shady doing a good job there, making the stop and not letting Comisac rumble all over the field.
They were in shotgun.
And split back. Haynes going to go over towards the far side of the formation. Louisiana backs out of the blitz a little bit there, and that's going to be a catch, but short of the line to gain. So last time out burned by Florida, and a field goal attempt here.
I mean, good stop by Louisiana, forcing the field goal. Remember, Florida gets the ball back after the half.
There's no moral victories in football, but I'd call this a moral victory. It sneaks in. A little doinkage for that one, but it still sneaks through. Doink.
Oh. That's a chip shot, too.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen a little bit of everything so far this game. Florida up 16-0. Not exactly how they've drawn it up, but pitching a shutout nonetheless. And an opportunity to get the second half kickoff and march right down the field and score some points. Only 8 seconds to go here on the clock for the first half, so I'd imagine Louisiana will be content just going into the locker room as they come out in an I formation.
Oh, he's throwing.
Throw and incomplete, batted down by one of the big hefties on the line. That's Dallas Knowles, who ran down Salmons on that 30-yard run earlier in the game.
He's got a pass up in that big, huge tackle that saved a touchdown earlier.
Utah retreats, fires a prayer, and it hits the turf. Still with 1 second to go. So another opportunity to maybe get the ball down the field, but you can see that Florida has dominated the second quarter here as far as total yards. Not really in the way that you'd expect, though.
No, not at all.
4 wide, last play of the half. Utah going to try and hurl it once more, and this time almost in the hands of the Florida Storm. Andrew Francis back there playing center field. Clock hits 000, and we go into the half. 16-0 the score, with Florida on top over Louisiana. As we get a look at the first half stats and highlights, Ray, what's your takeaway so far?
Like I said, it's been a very defensive game. Utah's made a few mistakes. That's the difference in the game right now.
And he came out looking good. You know, started off the game 4 for 4, and then threw a couple picks. One of them for that pick 6, which is looming very heavy in this ball game right now. Louisiana's got to get back on track.
Louisiana has to start moving the ball down the field. I mean, they only have 41 yards in the second quarter.
And 30 of it were on that Salmon's rumble from about the 20 to about midfield. As Carroll is our player to watch for with the interception and the pick six.
I love when defensive players are, half the player of the game.
Let's take a quick halftime break presented by Breaks GPT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
An Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Breaks GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Breaks GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Breaks GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, breaksgpt.com.
Yeah, they were at the convention. That was kind of fun. I actually won a helmet. I was like, wow, I won. I have no idea what it did, but I won.
Hey, look, anytime that you win any sort of sports memorabilia, that's a W in my mind. Eric Vincent alongside Rochelle Colston in the broadcast booth, Ron Haynes and Joshua Durr in the stats truck. Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ, executive producing. As always, 16-0 the score as Florida gets the second half return here, and Boletsky with his first big run of the evening for a fresh set of downs.
Boletsky finally got a little bit of grass in front of him, broke a tackle by himself, had this little block, and the number 47 just chased him down.
And that's been the difference, I think, for both of these running backs, or both running games, I should say, is that the open field tackles have been on point from both of these defenses. Finally, we see a broken tackle, and look at that. Boletsky's got a little bit of open grass. Rumbled for 16 yards, looking to do more as he gets another 6 on that game. And we will toss it over to SFL HQ for a game break. Commissioner Cameron Irvine. Cam.
Thank you, Eric. Atlanta at Queen City today, and welcome back to the end zone. Former #1 pick Ace Ketchum on 3rd and goal gets this toss from Trellis Blanton, who's 12 of 13 to start the day. Queen City leads Atlanta 10-7. Back to you in Fort Lauderdale for big 3rd and 2.
Thank you, Cam, as Boletsky gets that last carry, setting up that 3rd and 2. Interesting game going on there up in Buffalo.
Interesting shirt that Art Vandelay is wearing on the sideline.
Oh, I know. Don't you love that? It's that Florida life, man. 3rd and 2, I formation. Up the middle. Masak with the carry. Doesn't get it. Slyn Shady with a big-time open field tackle that brings up 4th down.
I think they asked the real Slyn Shady to stand up there.
And he sure did. Good start there for the second half for Louisiana, forcing Agrippa to come on and make the punt. Get rid of about the 20 is Twin Screw, gets rid of the first defender and brings it out to about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, if you have to ask me, I think these punters should be maybe in contention for players of the game.
Both of them have done a good job with flipping the field. Agrippa, obviously, we know how good he is with how long he's been in this league, but Vita Lee has done a great job as well, especially punting out of the back of her own end zone, basically.
Definitely.
Toss goes to Salmons, and he'll get 6 yards on the carry, brings up 2nd down.
Florida's making it very tough for him today, though.
It's been tough sledding all game long for both of these teams. Chris Grant Jr. in the backfield. He'll get the carry, and he'll get 1st down yardage as he keeps the legs a-moving and keeps the chains a-moving.
Let's see if Louisiana can march the ball down the field and actually get some points on the board. They need to. They need to at some point.
Shaw with his first pass of the second half falls incomplete. He was looking for Adam Banks into double coverage, and that was part of the struggle that the Revs were on to end the first half.
Those receivers need to start helping their quarterback out and start the balls that are thrown to. They need to start catching.
There's a bit of a difference between these two teams. Tough balls being thrown. It seems Florida's receivers are making those catches. Louisiana is not as of yet. Collier going to shift out into an H-back. Utah going to throw. Good throw and a great catch there. Out near the 40-yard line, maybe just north of it, is Kingston Ellington with his first catch.
And that time the receiver got behind the defenders and made a great catch, but great pursuit by the defensive back. That was Ryan Davison with the tackle.
And that was a good throw there by Utah. Good placement there, right in the breadbasket, right in the hands of Ellington. And a huge chunk play here for Louisiana right when they needed it. Florida showing blitz, they'll send it. Run play by Salmons, dragging defenders along the way, and he'll get a good gain of 7.
Good pickup by Salmons.
Said I now. Florida's linebackers shifting around, looking like they want to blitz. They will. Grant Jr. with another carry, and he gets hit right near the sticks. Jesus Smith coming up with a big hit.
Not only did they blitz, but the linebackers also filled all the running lanes. There's no place for him to go.
Now 3rd and 1. Salmons checks back into the ballgame. And he'll get the carry right up the middle, first down. Probably about 3 or 4 yards, but they only needed 1.
Louisiana is an impressive drive. They're moving the ball. They're moving the chains. Very methodical still, though.
I mean, still a 2-possession game. It's a hard 2-possession game, but still 2 possessions nonetheless. Utah in trouble. 3rd sack of the game for this Florida defense, and that's the 2nd one there for Stoneville.
Right. Florida just kept that pressure constant. Just went right around number 65. Got to the quarterback almost immediately.
Deontay Stoneville's becoming a problem there on that line. Second and 15 now. Utah fires. Catch is made. First down. Into the SFL red zone we go. Banks makes the catch.
That time the pass rush kind of hurt him. Left the secondary kind of, a little weak in the backfield. And a great job, a great route.
This team's coming in with similar game plans, it seems. A lot of blitzing, a lot of run support. Only difference being is that Florida's secondary has played well when they're blitzing. That's really the only play that they've given up when they're blitzing. Is Utah going to check it over to Salmons coming out of the backfield. Good game about maybe 4 or 5. And it looks like, oh man, that would be a big loss. Evan Carroll down on the field right now in some pain.
That could be very bad for Florida. I mean, Evan Carroll's been all over the field. Last thing you do is for him to go out.
Difficult to say how the Florida secondary would respond without Carroll, as the 5 of those defensive backs back there, 6 I should say, really play well together cohesively. So after a gain of 6 on that Salmons catch, he'll get the carry this time, gets close to the first down marker, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
In Louisiana, you don't have to get to the end zone here. You get that 1 yard, get the first down, and get first and actual goal line if you get the first here.
The split backs look with Utah under center. Carry up the middle, trying to find anything, doesn't get it. Chris Grant Jr. was trying literally anything to get out of his own backfield. and barely does that to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at number 99, Chance Wall.
So now second attempt here from Otis Boudreaux. Missed the first one wide to left. This from 29 yards, and he nails this one to get Louisiana on the board. 13 plays, 72 yards. Very methodical drive for sure, but that gets him on the board.
Definitely. I mean, if you're Louisiana now in your next possession, you don't have the luxury of these long drives. You have to start scoring faster. You're running out of time in this game.
Go into the end zone for a touchback, bring it out to the 20-yard line. How many likes do we have on this video so far? It is not enough. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you got notifications turned on so you won't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action, and you help our channel grow through your support. Handoff goes to Boletsky. Had some success on the last drive. Nothing doing on that one as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yes, Louisiana's still doing a great job containing Florida's run game. I mean, Boletsky had that one big run, but other than that, not much.
See if momentum finally shifting a little bit in Louisiana's favor. Cochran going to throw here on second down. Once again, very clean pocket. Throws in a pick on the backside there. Unbelievable by Rolleman Hood. Are you kidding me?
I thought he dropped it. I really did.
I thought in real time there was no shot that he was going to get to this. Wow. What a play. Using every bit of that vertical jump to get his hands on the football. And yes, I would say that momentum is starting to shift in Louisiana's favor.
Yes, let's see if Louisiana can take advantage of the turnover here.
Utah has thrown 2 picks of his own today, one for a pick 6. In plus territory, Salmons with the carry, trying to move the pile, and he'll get maybe a half a yard.
I mean, and Ron hasn't thrown very many interceptions this year. It's only his 4th in the whole season.
And that's a great point. Cochran doesn't get sacked a whole lot. He doesn't throw too many picks. It's a great job by the Revs defense here as Utah retreats. Finally finds his man Banks along the far sideline for a short gain, brings up third down.
Once again, Florida keeps bringing the pressure, forcing him to throw a little early. Just sells for the 2 yards there.
Talked about both teams having similar defensive mindsets coming into this ball game, and both these teams having similar effects on these third downs. As Utah throws a dot into the SFL red zone, Ziggy Hronek, he's had some clutch catches like that all game long.
He definitely has, and he's been Tommy Utah's big target for the day besides Adam Banks. Averaging 12 yards per carry right now for reception.
3 catches for him this evening. Big one there as that sets up 1st and 10 inside the 20. Utah throws end zone. Banks with a touchdown. Revs get 6 on the board.
Wow, I don't know how Banks got into the end zone that wide open. Secondary was definitely sleeping in the end zone that time.
What a way to capitalize off of the impressive Rolleman Hood turnover. Yeah, Banks was just wide open the entire way. No one within 5 yards of him. Good throw there by Utah to the back of the end zone to make sure that only he could get it. And we got ourselves a ball game all of a sudden.
We sure do.
Boudreaux adds the extra points, and it is now only a 6-point advantage for the Storm. By the way, have still yet to score an offensive touchdown. It feels weird to say.
Right, and if it wasn't for the missed field goal, it'd be a 3-point game right now.
meter starting to sway a little more in favor of the Revs at this point. Florida looking to do something about that with the return. Up to about the 28-yard line. Good return there.
If you're Louisiana, you have to come out here and enforce the punt. You can't let Florida keep marching them all down the field for these long drives.
Another turnover would be great. Any kind of stop, really, would be advantageous for this Revs defense. Handoff goes to Boletsky. And he gets a good chunk of 8 yards. Brings up to 2nd and 2.
Nice run by Boletsky. He hasn't had very many of those tonight, but that was, 8-yard pickup on first down.
Heavy presence in the box for the Revs on 2nd and 2. Carry goes to Comisac. Tried to break it outside, then bounce back inside. Does get enough for the first down, though.
Just sheer determination on Comisac's part.
Touchdown, he's a big, heavy body, and he keeps those legs churning. That's exactly what you want out of a fullback.
Look at this box. Ooh.
Cochran in trouble, and he's going to go down. What a sack there by the Revs. I don't even know who to really give credit to, but Bernie and Craven were both in his lap.
I mean, I saw those rushers on the outside. They brought a lot of people that time.
And Slim Shady was there as well. They'll probably give Shady half a sack, give Bernie half a sack. Can we split it up into thirds? Who knows? So a rare sack and a rare interception, both for Cochran this evening. 2nd and 16. Ron goes back to work, throws it. Vandelay somehow holds onto the football, and he gets very, very close to the first down marker.
He paid for that reception. I mean, he was just hit.
It's what we like to call in the biz a hospital ball.
You know it's coming, and you just get prepared for the hit afterwards.
3rd and inches, probably going to be the last play of the third quarter. Again, heavy presence in the box here for the Revs. Comisac avoids the first defender and is going to get the first down as he rolls on top of the second one. Moves the sticks as the clock hits triple zeros on the third quarter of action. Great ball game so far between these two teams. 16-10 the score as Florida moves into plus territory. We will pause for a moment for league rights, and we will be right back.
Presentation of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Thank you, Chris Curtis. Get your fours up in the chat. We got one more quarter to play. Eric Vincent, Rochelle Colston up here in the broadcast booth. Ron Haynes, Joshua Durr in the stats truck. Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ executive producing. Evan Carroll no longer listed on the injury report, so he is back in action once the Storm get back out onto the field. And Boletsky gets a gain of 4 on first down.
If you're Florida, you're very thankful for that.
Boletsky with another carry, trying to bounce it outside. Couldn't quite do it, actually. That was Cason with a carry. And Louisiana's got to clamp the door shut on this run game if they want to get the football back and take the lead.
Definitely, I mean, they need a big stop here on 3rd and 3.
And off, Comisac, first down yardage and more. Just hopping over bodies all over the place. Gets exactly what he needs to get for the first down, and then some.
Definitely, any 3rd and short situation, you're probably going to see Comisac. He's just a bull. run through the line, and his legs just keep turning. He keeps moving forward.
Revs are just kicking themselves right now. Couple third downs on this drive, unable to get the Storm off the field. Cochran will throw on first down, finds a man inside the 15 near the 10-yard line. That's Vandelay once again.
And, you know, Vandelay, Haynes, all kinds of targets out there, and he'll use all of them.
Distributed the ball well, for sure. I mean, he's targeted Bush, Vandelay, and Haynes quite a bit, with Gifvis getting a little bit of the love as well. But that's the kind of quarterback that Ron Cochran is. He will distribute it to all of his targets and doesn't discriminate or hone in on one particular weapon. We'll give him a 1st and goal here at the 10. Cochran slings it out to Beletsky. Couple yards, but keeps churning his feet and is able to get down near the 5-yard line.
Nice play calling there, just really short and simple. He said Florida's not flashy. They're very methodical.
Continuing to matriculate the football down the field.
And burn the clock.
Yep. Key piece of the equation at this point in the 4th. Comisac trying to find some room. What a nifty run by the big fullback as he finds pay dirt for the end zone.
Like I said, coming into this game, Comisac had more carries than Beletsky. So they use him.
This was just an impressive run, though. I mean, just shifting all over the place until he finally found a little bit of taillight.
I mean, he had blocking. He like bounced off his blockers and just went to the outside. And pretty awesome run.
That extends the lead. Sneed will add the extra point, 23-10 now. And again, another long, methodical drive for the Storm. 11 plays, 72 yards.
The bad news is Louisiana runs the same kind of offense. They're very methodical also. You have to get a little bit out of your comfort zone here because you have to score fast.
Well, I mean, if they're going to run their offense, their usual offense, most of the time these types of drives, where it's 12-plus plays, will take about 4 to 5 minutes off the clock. If you want to do that, you got to trust your defense to get the important stop, and then you go into the 2-minute offense at that point.
And so Florida's been having their way out of the field with their long methodical drives.
See how it pans out for the Revs. Draw play goes to Salmons, and he'll get maybe a yard. Probably closer to 2. 2nd down.
Utah just needs to settle in the pocket and not make any more mistakes.
Salmon's a good job on the ground, 4.5 yards of carry. Utah going to check it down to Grant, trying to come out of the backfield, but gets stood up right near the line of scrimmage. Florida's secondary doing a good job once again. Wright has been coming down from the safety spot all game long.
Well, it's due to Florida's, the pressure is constant. Utah is it. Forcing them to just dump the ball off sometimes.
Now 5 wide on 3rd down. Utah has plenty of time. He's going to throw it. Finds a wide open man. That's 1st down yardage out across the 40-yard line to Kingston Ellington.
That's the 2nd time Kingston Ellington with a huge play. A huge catch.
And good patience there by Utah. Understanding that his pocket was clean. Just find the open guy, wherever that may be. Eventually the timer's got to go off. But he's rebounded nicely since the end of the 1st half.
Right, with 2 receptions for Ellington, 46 yards. He's averaging 23 yards per reception. He's had 2 huge plays.
Utah to throw again. Throws, picked off. Mississippi with the catch and the interception. And that is exactly what you wanted to avoid if you were Louisiana.
Let's talk about why Mississippi. I mean, he's had 4 tackles, a sack, 2 TFLs. Now he has an interception on top of that.
That was an athletic play for a linebacker, too. I mean, I don't blame Utah for throwing it that way. Probably didn't anticipate Mississippi to have the ups or be able to track the football the way he did.
Or the hands.
Yep. But he's got the trifecta, and he's giving the ball back to his offense. 6:10 to go here. Florida can go ahead and chew some clock. Cochran, screen pass out to Vandelay, keeps his feet going, stays in bounds, and a tough run on the screen pass to the receiver.
Nice play calling by Florida right there. What the defense, taking what the defense gave them. There's nobody.
Shocked that he stayed in bounds after that initial hit, too. Vandelay hitting the century mark. Into the third quarter, all knotted up in Buffalo, 13 apiece between Queen City and Atlanta. As Boletsky continuing to churn his feet to the tune of 6 yards on that one.
I'm expecting to see heavy Boletsky right here, heavy Comisac, maybe a couple, screen passes to the sides of the field. But if I was Florida, I would throw nothing downfield. Don't risk the interception here.
And that's basically what their entire offense is. A lot of the run game, a lot of screen passes, not a whole lot deep over the middle. As it's Kason with the carry. He'll get tackled in the backfield for maybe a half-yard loss.
Every once in a while, you'll see him throw in a wide receiver in the backfield.
Clem with the TFL brings up 3rd and 3. Big stop here needed for the Revs on defense. Under 5 to go. Comisac with the carry and a good tackle by Clem once again, coming up from behind him and bringing him down. Snead is 3 for 3 on the evening. 47-yard attempts. Certainly no gimme here. As he tries to bend that. No bend whatsoever. Missed it left.
Okay. That's the second missed field goal of the day, one by each team. Very, very uncommon for Snead.
Oh, missing left as well. Wonder if it's something to do with the Hurricanes winds or something down here.
Hurricane wind. Don't say that.
4.5 minutes. Still a 13-point ball game. Louisiana setting up shop at their own 38. Throws it. Ellington with another clutch catch. He's had several of them here in this second half, and that'll move the sticks.
I think Louisiana has to come out with a basically all-passing offense here. They have to become one-dimensional and move the ball down the field quickly. Down to 4 minutes in the game.
That's about that time to run that 4-minute offense. Go ahead, keep the tempo up. Both teams doing a good job shutting down the rushing attack. Florida's passing attack has been the difference here in the game. Salmons gets the carry, avoids the first defender, but there were 3 more right behind him.
Just you have to keep running the ball every now and then to keep the defense honest, but Louisiana doesn't look like they're in any hurry here.
Still a 2-score game, so they're going to have to get things going. Grant with the carry this time, brings it up 3rd and short now. Now we get the tempo. Utah to throw. Checks it down. First down for Collier coming out of the backfield. So again, gonna throw Collier's way. It's dragged down inbounds after a gain of 4.
I don't think it's like this formation. They keep running it over and over again. You're getting 2 or 3 yards at a time.
It is a tough formation to run in the no huddle, but hey, keep throwing it to Collier, and Collier's going to get you the yardage. He gets a first down again. Utah throws down the field, finds John Michael Sudduth for a first down.
Wow, nice play.
Clock continuing to roll. Utah, plenty of time, pressure coming. Here he goes. Davidson with the sack, 4th sack of the evening for the Storm defense. Collier, got to get out of bounds. Third and long now. Throws it to Grant this time, coming out of the backfield. And again, Florida ready for it, bringing up a 4th down. And we'll see a field goal try coming out of the 2-minute warning. Actually,
They have to go for here.
They're going to keep the offense out on the field. We'll see if they decide to do that at the other side of the 2-minute warning. 23-10, you're watching the SFL on YouTube. Or wide. Crowd on their feet here at the I. Utah going to roll out. He's going to check it down to Ellington. Had to come back to the football. He's going to lose yardage, and that's a turnover on downs.
Let's go get some points on the board. Yeah.
Just an unfortunate throw there for Utah. Threw it to where Ellington had to come back, and then he lost yardage on top of it. And now Florida takes over, commanding lead with the time remaining. Louisiana with all 3 timeouts. Florida does as well. Handoff. Goes to Comisac up the middle, and a tough run there for a couple of yards. Louisiana earns their first timeout. Week 7 continues tomorrow with a major showdown in Mexico with the 4-1 Aztecs and the 4-1 Canton Classics at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, plus Albuquerque, Indianapolis, Houston, Baltimore, and Lexington, Charleston. It's another doubleheader SFL Sunday right here on SFL YouTube. Back to the ground game. Boletsky trying to chew some more clock. Louisiana, 2nd timeout used. 1 remaining.
So, if you're Florida, you get the first down. This game's over. Louisiana, you need to get a big step to get the ball back.
And even then, you're going to have to score 2 touchdowns and do it in a hurry. Lots of bodies in the box for Louisiana. Comisac runs it right down their throats. We'll get it close to the line to gain, but it's going to be 4th and 2. Louisiana will get the ball back with no timeouts. Grippa has been great tonight punting the football. And a couple down inside the 20. This one a boomer. Back to behind the 30-yard line, south of the 30-yard line at the 28. So a good long while for the Revs to go to hit pay dirt, and they've got to do it twice in 1:35.
Yeah, but no, I don't think, unless they go up to hurry up right here and get out of their normal offense, it's not going to happen.
Louisiana has not made this easy on themselves, especially after having a very impressive first half of football defensively. Utah throws, flag thrown, and that's going to be pass interference.
It's out of frustration at this point by Louisiana.
Get another look at it here.
Yeah, he was definitely.
Caught up in the trash a little bit there.
It's a little bit too much bumping out there.
Set eye for Utah. He'll throw. And check it down to Salmons coming out of the backfield. Got to get out of bounds, and he does.
Great job by Salmons getting out of bounds, knowing where the sideline was.
Minute 26 to work with. 2nd down. Take some shots down the field if they want to get this done. Short pass to Sudduth. Doesn't get the first down, and more importantly, gets tackled in bounds. Utah throws, looking that same general area to Sudduth, but it's going to be 4th down.
Do you take the chance and run the ball to get that first down here, or do you go back to the air?
It's tough to say. I don't want to chew any more of that clock than I need to, so I think I would go to the air. Twin screw in motion to the far sideline. Utah will throw. He'll throw it quickly, couldn't reel it in. Banks was in traffic, nothing he could do there. The hit jarred it loose, and that's the ball game.
Yep. Florida takes over on downs. See the victory formation come out.
So it was not an easy win for Florida. Certainly not the way they drew it up. But a win is a win nonetheless, and they will cruise to 6-0 through week 7 of the season. Or of the season. Florida will fall to 2-3. And Louisiana has to take on Bossier City next week in a division matchup. It will be at home. Meanwhile, Florida will travel to Carolina for a division matchup of their own against the Skyhawks.
And this game basically came down to whose defense played better today.
And we touched on it a little bit in the first half as well, Ray. You know, the way that Louisiana was playing, they were playing really tough run defense. Can they keep it up? Can they continue to do the things that they need to do to come out with an upset win? And honestly, truly, I would say that the defense played well throughout the course of the entire game. Just a couple mistakes, I think, on the offensive side really sealed the deal.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Florida just took advantage of the mistakes that Utah made. And
yeah, Utah throwing that pick six. I mean, that's a huge difference maker here in the final scheme of things as we wound down the stretch of the game. 23-10 going to be the final score as Florida gets the victory. Any final thoughts before we go ahead and send the people home?
like I said, Louisiana hold their head up high. They stayed in this game the whole entire game. Their defense played tremendously well. Just a few mistakes on the offense.
Yeah, offense did well at times. Utah, a couple costly mistakes, I think really sealed the deal. What's your player of the game, Ray?
I have to give it to Florida secondary.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think either Mississippi or Deontay Stoneville, I mean, that whole defense just played lights out. Stoneville had 2 sacks here this evening. Mississippi played all over the turf, got an interception of his own, just played very, very well throughout the stretch. Well, on behalf of Rochelle Colston, Ron Haynes, Joshua Durr, Commissioner Cameron Irvine, I am Eric Vinson. Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of the Simulation Football League. Good night.